Testing, testing. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Davis, checking in with a quick video. As you see from the title that I've put up on here, pretty sure you know what I'm going to be talking about today. Let me go back. So y'all see the title, you know what it is. All black men are broke and want women to help build. This is something I see more often than not in this space. And I just want to react to a couple videos to show you that that's far from true. You see, in America, in most households across the nation, the man and the woman works, regardless of ethnicity. You go into the Asian spots, you see the ladies at the cash register, you see the dudes in the back cooking with them big ass pans. You know what I'm saying? You go into the Spanish restaurants, you got the men back there slow cooking the pork. You got the ladies at the register. You know, so I keep seeing that black men are broken, they poor, and they can't sustain a family by themselves. And every other race of men have stay-at-home wives and stay-at-home mothers, and that's just far from true. In this day's economy, both people have to work, unfortunately. Now, of course, men in general should be striving more to put themselves in their families in a better position to pay everything by themselves, but it takes time, and you just have to figure it out. But since they say black men are broke, I want to show you that no matter what ethnicity you are, it's better to work together. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull up the first video. I'm gonna make this a quick video because I just wanted to touch on this. So hold on. Pull up my usual tunes I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and react to the first video I want to show you because we have to stop and understand that most people in this country work together. Most households need two or more incomes to sustain. It's not just black men that work with their women and split bills. There's men of all ethnicities that work together with their women until they can afford to do it by themselves. That's just how it is. So I'm gonna react to this video. I found it on TikTok and it's pretty interesting. So let me pull that up. Give me a few moments. Cause I'm like, they tweaking, man. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Share this tab instead. So it says 3 ways we became a millionaire couple by 30. If you can see. And as you can see, this is a white man and this is a white woman. So let's go ahead and hear a little bit of their story. This is a 33-second video I snagged from TikTok. So I want you to go ahead and just listen to what they say. So I'm gonna run that back because I want people to really pay attention and I want them to catch everything this man just said. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of them just saying black men need their women to work and all this other shit. Like, no, most people in America work together to build their wealth. That's why they say married men, usually have higher incomes than single men, obviously because they work with their wives. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck these women be thinking that they leave the black community, all of a sudden the white man is gonna put them in the house and he gonna pay for everything and they not have to do nothing. Wrong. So I want to replay this video because this is a classic joint right here. And pay attention closely to what he said. Hold on. All right. Number one, when they got married, they combined all of their assets and debts. And they also combined their incomes together, meaning she had an income and he had an income. Get what I'm saying? And look at this is a white guy, right? And that's a white woman. Look how happy she is. Look at the smile on her face. Did she talk down to him for coming up with a plan to combine both of their incomes? Did she say you was a broke ass motherfucker? Did she say go build or you don't build nothing, you need my help? No. She got in line. He had the plan and they worked it together. Let's go. They shared the same bank account. He said you get there together faster if you work together. And look at the smile on this lady face. She's down with the plan. You get what I'm saying? So before these fucking black man hating assholes and these damn divesties want to comment and act like everything is so sweet dating white men and that they gonna just take care of you, no. Their wives and women work with them too. Fuck wrong with them, man? I'm sorry, it just be bothering me because I'm like, huh? Like I've been working with white people my whole life, and they always tell me, yeah, my wife get off work this time. This is why I work the overnight shift, and they do very well together. They got 2-car garage, 4-bedroom homes. They can take vacations. Some of them got jet skis and boats, and they both work. That's about 70-80% of the population in the U.S. So I don't be understanding why they think all these women from other communities is just stay-at-home moms because they men could provide 100% of everything. You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, if you a man that could provide 100% of everything, that's fucking awesome. But it takes time to get there. See, they got it with each other while they were in their 20s, so most likely men in their 20s is not gonna be able to afford to pay for a whole family and a wife to stay home. It's just not happening. Now, if you getting on a dating scene, you like 35 plus, then you should have it together where you could afford to pay for a woman to stay home. But we have women nowadays expecting 21-year-old, 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds, 27-year-olds to be able to pay 100% of everything, send them on vacations, let them go ball out at the mall. It's just not realistic. That was another key component. He said, you can't care what other people think. You can't try to keep up with the Joneses. And what do black people do when we get money? We want to look like we got more money than we actually have. We want to go buy new fucking clothes, new Jordans. Want to get a fucking 2006 BMW with 170,000 miles on it for 500 a month to look like we have more money than we actually have. We want to stun on motherfuckers. We want to look like we got it. And this is why we could learn something from white people. They don't give a fuck of what people think about them having the latest fashion and name brand clothes. Only our stupid ass do. Bank on negative, but your motherfucking shoes is $300. What the fuck did you talk about? You spend all this money on clothes, but you poor. Cause you want to look like you got money. It's like we don't even like. It's like, damn, make it make sense. And I'm getting tired of saying that shit. Cause it's like, how the fuck we gonna make it make sense if we keep doing that? We are the biggest consumers with the least amount of wealth. We have some of the most highest buying power as black people. Well, guess what? We spend all our money to try to look like we have more than what we actually have to impress other motherfuckers doing the same thing. We live to try to impress broke motherfuckers. I remember growing up and people would laugh at you for not having name brand clothes when they live in the same poor rundown neighborhood as you. Like, you was able to get some Nikes or some Jordans, but you live in the ghetto like me. We go to the same schools. You're not in private school. But you got Jordans and shit. Your parents are struggling too. You get what I'm saying? So like we think so fucking different in our community. It just don't make no sense. We want to look like we doing our thing instead of actually doing our thing. One thing I've learned studying different investors, and white investors and people like that, they don't care about having the latest fashion. They don't care about having the latest car. They would drive the same car until that bitch fall apart. They wear the same shoes until them bitches is talking. And I'll just put some duct tape on them. But they damn net worth, hundreds of thousands to millions. I got a buddy right now. He's a white guy. He owns a gym and a slew of rental properties, and he actually did time in prison. He did 9 years in the feds. Came home, got a job as a dishwasher at Panera Bread. Worked, saved his money, became a personal trainer. Said he only buys black shoes because they last longer. Said he's very frugal with his money. He would get free stuff given to him. He would wear old clothes. He would not eat out. He would cook the same meal forever. Now he's worth a couple $1 million at age 39. You know what I'm saying? He sacrificed to become successful, even getting out of prison. He didn't care about what nobody said about his shoes. He didn't care about that stuff. He cared about the plan, is to really have money and wealth, to have time freedom. Now the dude travel all over the world with no fucks given. And it's so crazy because I started my own business too. And actually it's a junk removal business. People call me, they remove their old junk. And he needed help cleaning out some storage. And so we went to go rent a bigger truck. You know, this guy still was able to get a discount. Now, mind you, this guy is a millionaire. See, me, I'm not even a millionaire. And I was like, hey, well, this the price? Cool. He still figured out a way to get it cheaper. So that just lets you know, man, the mindset of these people is very different. But guess what? This guy right here, he's working with his wife to build wealth. And she happy as hell. And another thing, I don't think a lot of people in this type of space I see on YouTube, I don't really hear them talk about investing too much. I hear them talking about your annual salary a lot, like how much you bring home a year to determine how successful and wealthy you actually are. I don't never hear a woman bring up okay, he make $50,000 a year, but his net worth is a couple hundred thousand. His net worth is $250,000. His net worth is 400,000. You don't really hear that. You hear that the guy make $40,000, $50,000, so he can't support a family. Not knowing this guy has a 401k, he has a couple stock brokerage accounts. You know what I'm saying? He's investing a little bit of crypto that's growing on the back end. But you canceled out this man because you think he don't make a lot of money. But he owns shit on the low. And then when you start building up your portfolios, you can leverage your portfolios to buy more assets with. See, in the black community, we weren't taught how to invest any money to grow it or to become wealthy. We get our paycheck, we pay our bills, and we spend the rest. And then get to the next week and do the same thing all over again. You get what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's our MO. As long as I got enough to pay my bills, man, fuck that, man. I learned how to start investing about 5 years ago. When I was about 25, I'll be 30 this year, and I'm still getting the hang of it. I'm finally really taking this serious as far as getting my credit together so I can buy properties. As far as leaving my investments alone and just letting them do their thing, because I done sold a lot of stocks before too, because I needed the money. But now I'm understanding, you just got to make more money and just put all your accounts on automatic withdrawal and just let them do their thing by themselves. The earlier you start investing, the better. That's why I'm training my kids to start investing as early as 11. Just like Warren Buffett did. Warren Buffett is a multi-billionaire. He bought his first stock at age 11. He was a millionaire by 30. And that's what I want to do with the Black Men Do Build program. Is once we get enough buildings to where we can mentor these kids and we set them up their own side hustles, lemonade stands, car detail, anything, low cost startup. You're going to do the 80-20 rule. 80% of the money goes into their custodial account that we set up with their parents. 20% they can go and spend it however they want. But as long as that 80% of the money they make is building on the back end while they're young, by the time they're adults, they can be rich. And they'll be well off. And they have something to look forward to. And that's the thing that will definitely cure a lot of the problems in our communities, if these kids have something to look forward to growing up. Because so many of us, we fucking grow up, there's nothing set in stone for us to thrive. We all figuring it out. And this is something I'm very passionate about, because we have these children and we bring them in the world and we just expect them to figure it out. We didn't set nothing up for them to thrive. And then we expect them to not be bad and fucked up. You get what I'm saying? You didn't set no kid up to have his credit built up so he can go get his own place. Oh, don't forget, we try to kick motherfuckers out at 18. Like, oh, you grown, you gotta get out of my house so I could be laid up with some nigga or some bitch. We don't let our kids stay with us until they 25, 26, till they got their credit all the way up. They got a down payment for a property, or if they single, they got a down payment for a duplex so they can live rent free. Let the tenants, they next door tenants or whatever, pay their mortgage. They can live rent free, and let that money pile that they was gonna pay for rent, so they could go buy another property. We don't do that for our kids. That's why they out here wilding. They ain't got shit to look forward to. these young dudes start having something to look forward to, I guarantee you the problems we have in the community will slow down. Because if I was growing up, even though I knew better, that's because I had my father and he didn't play that shit. I get knocked upside my motherfucking head if I start acting crazy. But if these kids knew, like, yo, if I stay out of trouble, I go to school, graduate, I have a couple $1 million waiting for me by the time I'm almost 30. If I just stay good, come on, man. Let's see what this one is. That's my little rant. Okay, ETFs and index funds, that's basically a bunch of stocks put together in one package, and you can just invest in multiple companies at once versus purchasing individual stocks. But yeah, so I want to run that back, and I'm going to let it play all the way without stopping it, because I want people to understand this. Most couples work together to build wealth. Stop it with this shit talk about black men is broke, they can't hold down a household and shit. You can clearly see they work together too. There you go. See? We the only community that shame each other for not having it all together. We only motherfuckers who want to work so separate and want to be like, aha, nana boo boo, I got it, you don't. This for black men and black women. Why the fuck is we so separated? We need to be working together. Shit, everybody need to be going half on something. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got to work together. You know? So I'm gonna pull up another video, and this video I'm gonna pull up is called I'm gonna be talking about the FIRE strategy, and what that is basically is you working together, building wealth, you and your partner. Well, let me get the actual definition. Okay, it's called financial independence, retire early. And this is what a lot of couples do, especially in other communities like the white communities. The men and the women both have jobs, they both work together, and they both save and invest together. She's not just sitting at home kicking her fucking feet up. You get what I'm saying? But these men don't get shamed for working with their wives. So I'm gonna pull that up. I don't know what it is. You get on the internet, and some of these people in the black community act like they just loaded with cash. Like, I never been broke. Like, no, we ain't holding like that. Trust me. You all got to start somewhere. And the thing about us being black, we born into a huge deficit. You get what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm not gonna stop saying this. Like I said, there's no blueprint. There's no blueprint set for us to thrive. So I don't when they talk about black men don't build and stuff like that, and we not leaders and all that shit, it was nobody to teach us. We all out here freestyling this shit, trying to figure it out. So it really get on my fucking nerves when they be talking that bullshit. Black men don't do this. Black men is broke. Bitch, we doing way better than we was. We doing way better than the motherfuckers from back in the day. The poverty rate was 40%. We got it down to 18%. 18% of black men is in poverty right now versus 40% from 1960 something till now. 2018, whatever the damn study was. Doing a lot better. A lot more of us are entrepreneurs. We have access to this technology, so it's easy for us to look up what we need to do, get our LLC started. A lot of stuff we doing as black men. When I started my little bit, this is a small business. I was able to employ about 4 or 5 different black men this summer with my junk removal business. You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't like a full-time job, but I was able to put money in another black man's pocket. I was able to create opportunities. You don't know, it was a few of them was like, damn, bro, this few dollars done help me out for the week. Thanks. Call me again when you need help. But that's not enough. But you gotta understand, it's a start. Both my parents is dead. Neither one of my parents came from money or had money. They both died piss fucking poor. Ain't leave a nigga nothing to thrive off of. You know what I'm saying? I was able to start a business. I have life insurance, health insurance. Neither one of my parents had a car. I've had several of them. My kids eat fruits and vegetables, not just processed food and shit. I come from the bottom, just like most of us do. We are not pieces of shit. Even if we do come from some humble beginnings, there's plenty of us that understand and we know right from wrong. And I'm not going to just say just because I had my dad, it was a lot different, which it helped a lot. But some people, even though they just raised with their mom, they did pretty well too. We got a lot of good star athletes that do pretty good. Look at LeBron James, raised by a single mom. Great black man, holding shit down. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this one called the FIRE strategy. We're gonna let y'all see another couple that work together. I'm just gonna show y'all this video and then I'm out. Just wanted to make a quick video. For that video, I was just okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this one. It says how this couple retired early with over $1 million. So she looked like Asian or something, but this is a white man. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show you a couple with a black man and his wife doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this video because I want more black people to take a look at this and see how people from other communities, they work together. Man and female, husband and wife, they both have income and they both work and pay bills, and they both, by them combining their incomes, they're able to save more and invest more for their future and their children's future. It's not just some dude working 100 hours a week to pay for some woman just to stay at home. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with providing for a woman to where she doesn't have to work, but understand, all right. Every time I want to get to working on here, my kids always want to make noise and stuff. But understand, that's how it is when you're a black father in the household. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start this video because, like I was saying before I dipped off for a second, I want black people to see, and start learning about how wealth is really built in other communities. It's not just no man busting his ass 150 hours a week to pay for everything. It's a team effort. So let me go ahead and show that.
My name is Justin, and we live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I retired at 33. We have 3 kids.
I retired 2 years after Justin at age 38.
So, and this is usually how it goes. The man put himself in a position to where they work with each other, put himself in a position to where he was able to retire. And then after 2 more years of them grinding, he was able to provide for her so she can quit her job. But it took time. See, as you can see right there, it says their journey to early retirement began in 2004. And what year is it now? This video came out in 2019. So this video came out in 2019. So yeah, that's about shit. That's damn near 20 years. You get what I'm saying? That's about what 15, 16, 17 years. It took a long time. It took well over a decade to become financially free before they was able to both retire. Let's roll it. Alright, as you can see, I want to go back to that because I want everybody to say black men only make 50K and all this other stuff. Hold up. What that say right there? Hold on, let me go back. That went by fast. It says Justin was making just $48,000 a year as an engineer. Just 48K. Wasn't no damn 6 figures. It wasn't no 500,000. It wasn't no 1.2 million. And this is a white dude. Oh, they retired in 2013, so it took only 11 years. Wow.
The big 3 expenses for most people are housing, transportation, and food. And so we kept those three expenses fairly low. The houses in Raleigh were pretty inexpensive. We had a fairly modest mortgage by most measures in the United States. We kept driving the same cars that we had fresh out of college. We drove those until they were 16 years old and then traded them in for a used minivan.
Now, this is something that's very key to building wealth. It's like, why do we always feel we have to get these new looking cars? As you can see, these are millionaires, and in order for them to get the financial freedom, they sacrifice the luxuries. As long as they was able to get from point A to point B and do what they had to do, they kept basic looking cars. And guess what they upgraded to? A minivan. They didn't go get no damn X6. They didn't go get no 2007 BMW X6 just to say they got a BMW. When one of them codes come up on that motherfucker, you got to spend like $2,000 to fix it. Now you in the hole. I done seen foreign cars parked at some of the most rundown houses. Like, we just want to look rich, but this is how people really get rich. And I want to put my people on to this. I want people to see this is how you really do it.
We tend to cook at home a lot, so we've really polished our cooking skills quite a bit. So we save a lot there versus going out to eat and getting takeout a lot. So we started out saving about half of our income, so we more or less lived on one of our paychecks.
Another thing I wanted to touch on too is we do eat out a lot, and I'm guilty of that now, especially with you got DoorDash, and there's always a new restaurant on there. You just want to try it, but we eat out a lot. You get what I'm saying? We always at Popeyes. We always want to try the new sandwich. You get what I'm saying? We always want to go get some wings instead of cooking at home. That's where a lot of our money go to, and we don't even realize it. You get what I'm saying? You know, if we just start scaling back and cooking at home, you'll see how much money you can actually save to get goals accomplished.
And then save the other paycheck so we can really focus on the investments. We were maxing out our 401k accounts, our IRAs, so we were getting big tax breaks as well. We were saving close to $15,000 per year on taxes. We also had started a taxable brokerage account. I think we started out putting in around $1,500 per month into that taxable brokerage account. And then we increased that as we could throughout the years, as we made more money, and just slowly over time, building up the balances, letting the investment returns compound. And 10 years later, it was enough. We have 3 kids from ages 6 up to 13. So they're all in school now. Public school, of course, if it works out for you in your situation, that's a huge money saver versus going.
So, did you guys just catch that? These are millionaires, and their kids go to public school. I've seen on some of these channels, and some of the comments will say, the black man can't afford to do this. You know, if I get me a white man, I'll make sure our kids go to private school, and I get to stay at home and kick my feet up. And I'm showing you, this is a white man and his wife. I don't know where she looked like she's some type of Hawaiian or something, but her ass was working too, putting up money for them both to build. You get what I'm saying? They send their kids to public school, but they will inherit wealth. They'll have something to look forward to.
We do hand-me-downs when possible. We don't go overboard when there's the big study abroad, expensive field trips. Instead of spending
Now, on some real shit, we do hand-me-downs too. Like, especially when you first have your kids, everybody just drop off a bunch of used clothes when your kids is, you know, first being born, they toddlers and shit. So we do hand-me-downs too, but they do hand-me-downs for their whole life. Like, you know, they will be at the thrift shop buying used clothes, and you know what I'm saying? This is how these people build wealth, for real, for real. and we spend all our money trying to look like we rich.
$2,000 or $3,000 to send one of the kids to Spain for a week. We would spend that same amount of money or less to go to Spain for the entire family. The kids are about 4 or 5 years away from college right now, so that's something we're starting to look at more closely. So having those discussions with our children about state schools, public schools versus private schools, looking into scholarships, getting them ready academically to compete for scholarships. So those are all things that we're working on right now. It's nice to be able to wake up and have a cup of coffee, sit back, read a book, watch some TV.
Also be able to jump on any good deals on vacation.
So it's a nice feeling to have that freedom of time to do what a lot of people do on the weekends. We do that 7 days a week.
Well, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, everybody who really wants to build wealth, they work together as a team. Now, she didn't put that man down for only making 48 grand a year. They worked with each other until they both came up. But that's all I wanted to do, is make a quick video. So that's it. Mr. Davis checking out. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to the Cash App. Support your boy. Help me grow this channel. And I'll hit y'all with another one pretty soon.